18.
Yeah, lesson
18.
18.
Our new secretary, the telephone rang, and our secretary, Miss Simpson, answered
Ambil
it.
Ambil aja. Answer did. Ada D-nya kan?
Ada.
Ya, kenapa enggak
Answered.
di tangan kanan pakai makannya. Awas,
Answered it.
Answer did.
Answered it. Did my I speak to Mr. Carter, please?
Bukan my. My itu my book. May I.
May I speak? May I speak to Mr. Carter, please? A voice said. Who is speaking, please? Miss Simpson asked. Mr. Alan Bright, the voice said. Miss Simpson put her hand over the mouthpiece and spoke to Mr. Calder. Mr. Alan Bright, sir, she said. He wants to speak to you. What again? Mr. Calder exclaimed. He wants to sell us those new typewriters. Typewriters, doesn't he?
Doesn't he?
Yes, sir, Miss Simpson said. He called yesterday and he rang off 5 times last week.
And he rang.
And he rang off 5 times last week. We don't need no typewriters. Typewriters. I told him that yesterday, Mr. Calder said. What shall I see, sir? Miss Simpson asked. Say that I'm not in my office, Mr. Calder said crossly. Miss Simpson spoke into the receiver. Mr. Bright, she said, I am afraid you can't speak.
I am afraid, bukan I am afraid.
I am
afraid.
I am afraid you can't speak to Mr. Calder. No, Mr. Calder said that he is not in his office.
Baik-baik ini.
Lesson.
Lesson. Yeah.
19. Two tramps and the dog. Two tramps were walking along a quiet road.
A
quiet road.
Road.
Two tramps were walking along a quiet road.
R-O-U-D.
Road.
Yeah.
I saw a looking dog was following them.
Yeah.
We've had a bad day, Joe. The first tramp said, we haven't any money and we can't get anything to eat. Well, finished nothing. The second tramp answered cheerfully.
Bukan cheerfully. Yeah.
Suddenly, the tramp saw a car in the distance. It was coming towards them very quickly. But the tramp moved to one side. But the dogs stayed in the middle of the road. Road.
Yeah.
But to the stayed in the middle of the road, the driver tried to stop the car. But it was too late. The car hit the dog and killed it. The driver got out of the car and went towards the first tramp. Poor little dog, the tramp said sadly, and terribly sorry.
I am terribly
sorry, the driver said. The child with your dog. But he couldn't. He took out his wallet.
He took out
and gave 5 pounds to the tramp. Will that be all right? The driver asked. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir, the tramp said. The driver got into his car and drove away. Poor little dog, the first tramp said, and
the first tramp
said, and put the money into his pocket.
Pocket, bukan
Pocket. Put the money into his pocket. Whose dog was it? The second tramp asked.
Whose apa?
Whose dog
Ya,
was it?
whose dog was it?
Whose dog was it? The second tramp asked.
Oke. Udah banyak gue tahu. 12 jam.
Lesson 20.
Apa ya? Perut. Pankreas.
The horse couldn't sing.
Apa? The horse couldn't.
The horse couldn't sing. Did you enjoy the opera last night? Fred asked.
Opera pelan saja. Did you enjoy the opera last night?
Did you enjoy the opera last night?
Ya, diperjelas semua hurufnya.
Fred asked. Very much. Answered. I must go too. Fred said. Was it a good performance? I do not know. I answered. But you saw it, didn't you?
Pelan-pelan. Nah, itu melarikan diri kok kelihatannya dari situ.
But you saw it, didn't you?
But you saw it.
But you saw it, didn't you?
Didn't you?
Didn't you?
Yeah.
Well, and only say half of it.
I only saw
half of it.
Yeah.
Did you leave before the end of the performance? Fred asked. Yes and no. I answered. What do you mean? Yes and no, Fred asked. Well, I said, everyone left before the end. Then you didn't enjoy it. Fred asked. Fred said, no, I enjoyed it very much. I answered. Then why didn't everyone leave before the end? I laughed and said, it was very funny, really. There were to live horses. There were to live horses in the opera. The singers led them carefully across the stage a few times.
Masukin cari Mr. Ranca dalam.
But in the second act, one of the horses jumped off the stage. Jumped up.
Ada D tak?
Yeah, jumped up. One of the horses jumped up the stage and ran round the theater. And ran round the theater. It refused to go back. Then the curtain came down, and
And the curtain, bukan the certain. And the curtain.
Then the curtain came down,
Yeah.
and we all had to leave. And we all had to leave. Perhaps the horse couldn't sing. Fred suggested.
Ya. Terus 21. Karena kau dengarkan sampai berapa videonya?
Sampai
24. Ya, udah 21 lagi.
Lesson 21. Easy to drive. A crowd of people
Apa? Easy to drive. Berhenti dulu karena itu judul. Ada jarak antara judul dengan isi, toh? Yeah. Easy to drive.
Easy to drive.
Ya, tarik
A
nafas
crowd
dulu.
of people were standing in the street.
Ulangi coba. A crowd. Boleh didorong. A crowd of
People.
Nggak ada E-nya.
A crowd of people.
Ada E-nya lagi. Nggak ada E di situ.
A crowd
of
people were standing in the street. They were looking at in a car. The car was outside a showroom. It was a new model, and many people wanted to see it. A salesman noticed the crowd and came into the street. It is very good model. Is it?
Latihan dulu sambil tunggu Mr. Ranca.
The salesman said,
bukumu sambil tunggu,
it certainly is. A man great.
A man apa?
A man great.
Great, ada E-nya itu.
A great.
Ya.
A great. Is it automatic? Oh yes, the salesman answered firmly.
Proudly.
Proudly. The salesman answered proudly, there aren't any gears in this car. You press your foot down and drive away. It's very easy to drive. Even a woman can drive it without any difficulty. Without any difficulty. Difficulty. I didn't like that remark. As a woman said, "I'm sorry, madam," the salesman answered. "I didn't notice you. Anyway, I was only joking. Give us a demonstration."
Give us a demonstration.
The woman said, "Drive a few yards."
Drive a few yards.
Drive a few yards. The salesman smiled with pleasure. He got into the car and started the engine. Then he pressed a button.
Bukan preset, hilang E-nya.
He pressed.
Then atau then? Then ada N-nya kan?
Yeah.
Kenapa nggak dibaca?
Then
he pressed
a button. And the car suddenly went backwards.
Okay.
There was a loud crash.
There was a loud
crash, and the car went through the window of the showroom.
Okay. Nggak tahu Mr. Anca?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lesson 22. It's never
Pinjam
too
dulu
late.
jadi lagi 2 lesson ini.
It's never too late. Tommy's birthday is on March
13th.
13th.
Ya.
2 weeks ago, Tommy wrote a letter to his own Lucy. His mother came into his room while he was writing his letter. "What are you doing, Tommy?" she asked. "I'm writing a letter."
I am writing, pelan-pelan saja.
I am writing a letter to
Bukan
our...
letter, itu. I am writing a letter.
I am writing a letter to our Lucy. Tommy answered. Tommy's mother was very surprised because Tommy never writes letters to anyone. "Are you inviting her to your birthday party?" his mother asked. "No, I'm not," Tommy answered. "And Lucy never comes to my birthday parties." "What have you written?"
What do you written?
What have you written? His mother asked. "Will you read me the letter?" "All right," Tommy said. But if he only written, but if he
apa? But
I've only written
written
2 lines. I'll read them to you. Listen, dear Auntie Lucy, thank you very much for your birthday present. I hope." His mother interrupted him. But Tommy or Lucy.
But Tommy.
Berhenti
Ki, itu ada koma toh?
Ada
tanda garis lagi. Itu kan kau bisa ngarik napas tuh.
But Tommy or Lucy hasn't sent you a birthday present yet.
Yeah.
I know, Tommy replied. "I'm not thanking her for this year's present. I'm thanking her for last year's."
For last years. Oke, dua lagi.
Lesson 2030.
Apa?
Lesson 23.
Ya.
The amateur photographer.
The amateur photographer.
The amateur photographer.
Tidak ada E-nya. Kok kebiasaanmu di situ? Itu artinya sebuah, seekor, seorang. Kalau kau bilang toh fotografer, seorang amatir, begitu, tidak enak toh? Harusnya fotografer amatir karena ada E di situ. Ngerti terjemahannya? The amateur photographer. Ya, gitu dong.
I went into our local shop and handed a roll of film to Mr. I want to have this film developed and printed. Please, I said, when will it be ready? On Tuesday, Mr. Dodd answered, I hope they're successful this time, I said. I left the shop. I returned the following Tuesday.
The following
Tuesday. Is my film ready? I asked. Mr. Dodd looked at me sadly. Here it is, Mr. Mead, he said. I opened the envelope.
Bukan biasa Ji, open tambah D, opened.
They opened. I opened.
Enggak. P bisa open. Coba open.
Open.
Tambah D, opened.
Opened.
Ya, jangan I open.
I opened.
Ya, P biasa di situ.
I opened the envelope.
The envelope.
The envelope.
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 Ya.
The envelope. Actually, I looked at.
The envelope eagerly.
The envelope eagerly. They looked at them photograph.
Mana? Eagerly, mana lagi?
And looked at the photograph.
Ada S-nya nggak?
Photographs.
Ya.
There are only
8 photographs.
8 photographs. Here, exclaiming.
Nah, only 8 photographs here. Nah, itu satu kesatuan. Sampai kau garis miring berhenti. Jangan berhenti sebelum itu. Coba. There are only 8 photographs here. Itu coba dulu baca. There are
only
8 photographs here. Jangan kau photographs here. Ini ada tanda bacanya nih. Ini baru buku 2, buku 3 kan gak ada bacaan sama sekali begitu. Itu kau harus konsisten.
I exclaimed. I ought to have 36.
Iya.
Did you take?
Berhenti dulu sejenak, supaya mati kau tarik napas. Kan ada ketika ada garis 1 atau garis 2 atau titik, koma, bisa kau akali toh.
Iya.
Jangan kau lari kayak peluru. Nah, baru
Did you take the photographs yourself? Mr. Dodd asked and nodded.
I nodded. Oh, tetap baca O di situ, bukan
I
U.
nodded. I'm afraid you.
I am afraid
you spoil the rule of film. He said, your camera leads in light. I looked at the 8 photographs. 2 of them were almost black, and there, and 3 of them were almost white. I looked.
Tambah D, Ji. I looked. Tambah D.
I looked.
Oh, ya, gitu.
When I saw the rest of them.
Lanjut.
My sister has no legs on this one. I looked at these 3.
Ada D-nya enggak?
Tidak ada.
Oh ya, look
at these 3. It's growing out of my brother's head. Head.
Kepala itu head.
Growing out my brother's head. I'm fried.
Going atau it's growing?
It's growing.
Ya, it's
growing out of my brother's head.
Ya.
I'm afraid they're not.
I am afraid
they're not very successful. Mr. Dodd said, I'll never be a photographer. I said sadly. Have you pressed?
Bukan preset, hilang E-nya. Have you pressed Ya, press. Coba press.
Press.
Tambah D, press.
Press.
Ya, gitu.
Have you pressed
Ya.
the button? Judy asks. Yes, Frank answered. The lift is coming the fourth floor. Frank
Pelan-pelan.
pointed
Ya.
at the numbers over the door of the lift. It will never come to the seventh floor. Judy said, look, it's at the third floor now. It's going down again. We have been here for 5 minutes. We can't wait all day. I'm going to walk down the stairs. Well, I'm not going to walk down all those stairs.
To walk down.
I'm not going to walk down all those stairs. Frank said, I'll wait for you on the ground floor.
Yeah.
Judy said, I'll be there before you. Frank replied. Judy walked down the stairs. She did not hurry. When she reached reached the ground floor, she looked.
Itu kelemahan itu. She looked. Ya.
She looked for Frank. He wasn't there. She looked at the numbers over the door of the lift. The lift was at the fourth floor. The hall porter was looking at the numbers too, and Judy spoke to him. What has happened to
Kenapa nah happen it lagi? E-nya nggak selalu dibaca. What has happened?
What has happened
Ya gitu dong.
to the lift? She asked. It was stopped.
Nah, stop it lagi.
Stop.
It was stop.
Stop.
It was atau apa? It has atau it was?
It has.
Bukan was kan?
It has stopped.
Stop. Ya.
It has stopped between the third and fourth floors. The porter answered, and that's the third time this morning.
That's the third time.
That's the third time this morning.
Oke. Ngerti? Yeah, good, thank you. Muzakkar, a sailor man. Seorang manusia pelaut ya, who wants to sail ya, yang akan berlayar. So that's why he is learning English now. Dan itu dia sedang belajar bahasa Inggris sekarang. Maybe foreigners? Will you meet tourists? Akankah kau bertemu turis, Sakar?
Yeah.
Okay. What for? Untuk apa? Tujuan apa?
Tujuan untuk tujuannya untuk juga bekerja di sana dan kemudian bertemu dengan orang-orang turis.
Bekerja di sana bertemu dengan para turis ya. Good. Jadi itu tujuan belajar bahasa Inggris.
Iya.